Hi, it's Isaac with Trigger IQ. Today we're going to be going over how to convert a Crisp Vector 9mm carbine to featureless configuration. It's pretty simple. We did a couple of small changes, and now we don't have to register. If you want to find out how, stay tuned. Alright, let's start off by explaining what featureless is. Featureless in California means having no evil features. So what is an evil feature? It's something that California legislators have arbitrarily defined as a set of things that are attached to a rifle that will make it into something that's more deadlier. So one of the things that they call an evil feature is this vertical grip right here. It's very vertical, and that's obviously really scary. Now, normally they associated scary things, or rifles for that matter, as being, a black configured rifle. This one's light dark earth, but they've already defined the vertical grip as an evil feature, so we're going to have to remove that today. And you may be noticing that I have already installed a paddle, and right now this rifle is currently configured in a bullet button configuration, so the paddle doesn't really mean dick when it's got a bullet button on it. But in order to convert to featureless, you need to remove the other evil feature, which is a grip that protrudes conspicuously and that you can wrap your thumb around. One of the workarounds has been being able to put on a paddle style grip, which is basically just some Kydex that's molded around the back of the grip so that it prevents you from putting your thumb around it. Kind of awkward, kind of stupid, makes the whole rifle kind of look like a paddle, but you know what, I can still shoot it once it's featureless and I don't have to register it, so I don't mind too much. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and remove the grip. So let me get some tools and we'll get started on that. Alright, so on this rifle we have installed a Magpul vertical grip. It really makes the rifle nice to shoot. It's kind of awkward holding the Crisp so close right here with this super long heavy barrel shroud on there. The barrel shroud looks cool, but it is pretty heavy. So having this vertical grip on there made it really nice and quite a bit of fun to shoot. So it's going to be interesting to see how it shoots now with no front grip on there. So first thing you want to do is take your 1/8 inch hex and just remove these screws. Pretty simple. 1, 2, and it's off. See you later, evil feature. Never to be seen again. Next thing you're going to do is install this here plastic Kydex thermoplastic grip wrap. And we went ahead and did that yesterday. What we did was basically took some moldable thermoplastic and a heat gun and molded it onto our gun. And then we riveted on with some pretty basic rivets. And yeah, there you go. It's pretty simple. There's a couple companies selling these. I don't know any of the names off the top of my head, but theirs are much easier to install. You don't have to buy one and try and make it all yourself. You can just buy one off the shelf. Probably a lot simpler and better use of your time. It did take quite a bit of time to get it right. So yeah, if you're thinking about going with one of these, I highly recommend just looking for an off-the-shelf solution. All right, next. Alright, the last piece of the puzzle here is the stock. California considers a collapsible stock, meaning one that can move forward and back on the buffer tube or whatever assembly is on the back of the rifle as an evil feature as well. We've already converted this one to a non-collapsing stock, but it's pretty simple to do it if you haven't done it yet. Basically right here, this little pin right here, there's a pin that kind of goes across and through a hole inside of this spring retained pin and goes into the buffer tube. And what you want to do is grab a set of pliers. Need a nose pliers like this right here, and you're going to want to go ahead, grab a hold of that bad boy, pull it up and slide that pin out. Once you do that, so like that, pull that out and slide that pin out of there. There's no pin in there right now. We already removed it, but yours will have a pin. And then basically this button will not be functional anymore. it actually will fall off. But what happens is that normally you press this lever down back here and it pulls up the pin, and then you can slide the stock back and forth. But without that pin in there, this lever just actually falls off and it doesn't actuate that retaining pin on the stock. So you can just slide that out, simple as that, and we just went ahead and glued this lever back on there just to make it look complete again, because it looks kind of goofy without the pin on there, or without this lever on there. And that was that. So that's pretty much all you got to do. Really quite a simple process to convert your Chris to a featureless configuration. But there is one final step, and that is getting rid of this stupid thing right here. I'll show you how to do that right now. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to take a very small Allen driver. I think this is a 1.5 millimeter. And you want to just go ahead and remove these screws right here. Pretty simple. There's only 2 screws holding in this plastic shroud that is what they call the bullet button. So, boom, pull those 2 screws out. See, one of them's not on there, obviously. And that comes right off. And what you're left with is essentially just what looks like a completely stock Glock magazine release. You just push that down, magazine pops out. If you look on the other side, I mean, it looks like a Glock part to me back there. What do you think? Anyways, that is how you do a full featureless conversion on your sweet Spectre 9mm carbine and avoid California's stupid registration laws. Don't register your rifles. It's not a good idea. Unless you really want to register rifles. You know, your rifles. You can do whatever you want with them. Okay? Take care. Bye.